In the office of Randy Couture today at Extreme Couture, my name's Dave Farrer for MMA 30, and this is an MMA 30 exclusive. The first time that Randy Couture has ever done an interview in a suit about his fighting career. This is a special moment for me.
I'm glad you're excited.
I've been waiting my entire broadcast career for this moment. I'm so excited.
Oh, my gosh.
So there's been a lot going on, a lot of chatter about you recently. Shogun Rua became the new UFC light heavyweight champion by beating Machida at UFC 113. And people are talking about possibly you instantly getting a title shot because, from what I understand, Shogun brought it up. But your thoughts on that?
I didn't hear the interview, but I saw some of the fallout and everybody talking about that matchup. Obviously, I would love a shot at him. He did a great job against Machida. He's a tremendous fighter. And, Machida, Shogun, I mean, the top guys in the division, those are the guys I want to compete against. So we'll see what happens. I know, Rashad and Rampage are finally going to hook it up. They're contenders for sure in the weight class. Forrest is still floating around here. Where's Anderson Silva going to pop up? I mean, there's a lot of guys in this weight class right now, so we'll see what happens.
Were you surprised how Shogun dominated Machida?
I was kind of surprised. I thought Shogun would have more trouble getting to him. He wouldn't be able to establish the leg kicks and the things he did in the first fight, and I thought it would be more difficult for him to get to Lyoto this time, but obviously it wasn't.
Is it confusing for you, though, knowing that you've got this James Toney fight all but done, and then all of a sudden there's this possible light heavyweight championship floating around too? Where do you want your next fight to be?
Well, I think the Toney fight's done. I mean, we're just waiting on the paperwork now, so that's not going to change. So all the hoopla with the Shogun fight, it's going to happen, if it happens, sometime after August.
So UFC 118, you are fighting James Toney.
Yeah, it's verbally done. We're just waiting on the official paperwork to sign the deal.
And did you guys decide on a weight class? Is it 205?
It was going to be a catch weight at 220, and now it sounds like that has changed. It's basically going to be a heavyweight fight. So,
how do you feel about that? Because last time we talked, I think you said you wanted it to be at 205.
I don't really care. I said that all along. I don't really care what weight class it is. He's not a big guy. It's not like we're looking at a Brock Lesnar or Carwin or Velasquez or one of those guys that's huge, and that size becomes a huge factor in your training camp. He's carrying around about a 20-pound anchor. It would probably be better for him if it was a 205 because he's going to have to work and get in shape to get down there and change his body composition from what it is right now. So he wants it to be around 220. He's going to shoot for 220, it sounds like, but it doesn't sound like he wants to be locked into that as a catch weight. So whatever he weighs, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's walking around at 235. He's not a big guy.
There's been some question marks about his work ethic in the past. Do you think that he's going to take this seriously?
I hope he takes it seriously. I mean, he's certainly hyping the fight and talking and for all intents and purposes trying to represent the sport of boxing. I would think that's something he takes very seriously. I certainly take it very seriously. I'm the guy that they're giving the nod to step in there and represent mixed martial arts. So I hope he's in shape. I hope he does his homework. I hope there's no other stuff. I mean, he's had issues with anabolics and things like that in the past. I hope that doesn't play any factor in this fight or any way tarnish the fact that finally a top-notch boxer steps into the mixed martial arts arena and puts his money where his mouth is. So, I'm going to take it seriously and be ready to go.
What's your strategy? How are you going to take this guy out?
I think it's still different. He's still a very good, obviously, boxer. He's got great skills. His in-fighting is good, but it's still unattached in boxing. They're not allowed to hold and punch and all those things that we're so used to doing in mixed martial arts. They're used to being against a solid barrier and operating like that under those confinements. I hope he does some homework and figures out how to operate there. I mean, that'll make the fight more interesting. But, I'm not going to mess around and box with this guy. That would be stupid. So, we're going to figure out a way to close the distance, get our hands on him, and then try to manipulate him from there.
No matter how much he does train and how seriously he does take this, is there any way for that learning curve to even get close to the point where he can defend a takedown from Randy Couture effectively?
Realistically, there's not a lot of chances he's going to be terribly well-rounded by the end of August, but hopefully he'll learn enough to be effective and to be where he wants to be, which is obviously at range and striking. So that's the question, and I'm willing to put it out there and see what happens.
And this is pretty good timing for you with this fight against James Toney in August and the Expendables coming out. What's the actual release date for the Expendables?
Looks like it's going to go nationwide August 13th. So it'll be East Coast and West Coast premiere. It's going to force me to juggle a little bit, around the training schedule and all that. But I think it'll be fine. I can drag a trainer with me if I need to. So very excited. The trailer looks awesome. Everything looks great. And they're already talking about the sequel. So, we may see Toll Road again. I'm having fun.
Dave Farrell alongside Randy Couture for MMA 30.